Morning, everybody. It's a fine, warm, summer-like winter morning in December. It's December 10th, and we have 55 degrees and climbing. It was 44, 45 this morning at 8 o'clock, and it's getting warmer. I just finished video work. Didn't do any recording yesterday. I was on the road all day again. I'm taking care of business and getting some stuff done. The Jeep is running. I will take you out and show you what's going on with the Jeep. But the Jeep is, well, sort of running. Anyway, I'll explain to you what I was up to yesterday and what I'm going to be up to today. It is really nice and warm, although not sunny. It's gray out there. But it's supposed to be gray all week, so I won't be seeing much sun. But I sure do like that warmth. My weather station keeps saying rain. The barometric pressure has plummeted, but it hasn't rained yet, although it's been declaring rain for days. Reminds me of the weather forecasters. Anyway, let's go on outside and see what we're going to be up to today. My neighbor sold the truck and gave me some of the cash that he owed me. We settled the deal between us now, and then I took that cash and went and got a brand new perfect fitting battery for the Jeep. This is the exact battery called for this Jeep. So I came home yesterday, put in the new battery, and fired the Jeep right up. It worked very well. Started right up immediately. So now I just have to fix the issue with the fuse block. Let me see if I can start it. I want to see if I can prop up the camera over here and see if the Jeep will start. So I know that it'll run if you can get the fuse wiggled right. Right now I'm waiting for the seatbelt buzzer to go off. I don't hear the fuel pump. No. There it goes. Now it's gonna run. So there is a fuse issue. It is a bad connection with a fuse that I have to fix, and there is a bit of an exhaust issue, an easy tin can and pipe clamp fix, which I will do. And that back tire is sinking, but that's not a big deal because the project for today is swapping out the tires on the Jeep. So I'm going to do this day on this warm and, well, not sunny but warm day here at the Off-Grid Homestead. I could be and probably should be building stuff today because warm weather, but vehicles are a priority. The snow is eventually going to come, and I need to have a four-wheel drive vehicle that will get me through the snow. That will not do it. So I've got to get this running, and a warm day is a great time to be doing vehicle maintenance. So I'm going to get the tools together, and we'll be back in a little bit. Hi everybody, I got all my gear set up this time. I got my wrench that fits. I've got a massive breaker bar that I got that somehow not possible to take off. Funny. I don't know how you're supposed to get that off there. So I got this massive breaker bar that I've never used, and now I know why. They sure didn't want that falling apart on the shelf. Guess I'm gonna have to get my cutters out for that. I got some chalk blocks to go under the frame. I've got a jack stand for safety. Got a hydraulic jack. And I'm going to change the tires on the Jeep. I have no idea how you're supposed to take this stuff off. They don't even give you instructions anymore for these weird things they put on stuff. Boy, that was on there. No wonder that had a metal clip on there. That wasn't coming off easy. So, alright, I'm going to break loose the wheels first, the nuts on the wheels, and then I'll jack the vehicle up. I've got the tire, the wheel in the back chocked with rocks so that it doesn't, so the Jeep doesn't start rolling on me. I do think I'm going to put some lube spray on these, get them all lubed while I work, and I'm also going to look for my anti-seize compound before I really get rolling here. It's always best to use that stuff as well, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. So I'm going to break these loose. I've lubed them all. They're on there good. Okay. Now, I want to get the jack to a higher position so it doesn't have to extend so far when I crank it. Better. Now it's going to be interesting to see if this jack can raise the Jeep high enough to get the wheel off the ground. Looks like maybe. I don't like unibodies. Oh, it's getting warmer. So I'm going to jack this up, get that wheel off the ground, and then we'll swap wheels on this side. Let me show you what I did here. I put two boards underneath the 2x6 and then a 2x6, and then because obviously the wheels were too big, I put them crossways this way, and in the end I put one up here to put more even tension on the frame so that it would hold it safely. And it was almost to the fullest extension of my jack, well, the fullest power of it. I was really pushing, hitting bottom there, but I got the wheel in the air, so I'm gonna swap the wheels in the front here. Gives me a good chance to get a close look at the brakes as well while I'm under here, all the way around. It's always good to get an overview of your vehicle, especially when you just got it going, or just bought it, as I did recently. Fortunately, these weren't too hard to remove. I couldn't find my anti-seize compound, so I'll deal with it. That was just dry rotted. It wasn't actually worn too bad, but it was just dry rotted badly. Actually, let me see. Now the brakes look good. Discs aren't too bad. Pads are really good. He did say they were new. Interesting. There's something missing here. There's let me see how that works. There's the springs. Oh. They're the same on both sides. That's odd. There's the shocks, and there's the springs. Oh, I see, because I've got this so high in the air. That's the boot. The boot is worn. Okay. Alright then. I gotta replace all the bushings. I'll probably have to do the tie rods eventually. Everything's pretty old. Well, that's general maintenance when you get a vehicle. Lube up all the grease certs. I'll put that in ramps for that. Guess that stays on. This is a pretty nice wheel right here. Really good. Can't really see what I'm doing with the sun at the angle it's at. Oh, it's a higher tire. Oh. Oh, that's a heavy thing. There we go. I never feel comfortable changing tires on a vehicle, because if it falls, you got a mess in your hands. Never like that. Get 3 opposing nuts on there. Anyway, you don't have to watch me. I'm going to put all those back on. One wheel done.
Alright, I've eased the vehicle down off the jack, and now I just gotta give these a good tightening. I'm not torquing them yet, I'm just tightening them with the vehicle on the ground. Give another for good measure. I don't have my torque wrench. Not sure where actually it is. Haven't seen it in a few years. When I get it, I'll double check these. I do have the Haynes manual to this too, so I can do that. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish all these tires on this Jeep. Well, that sure looks better though. Doesn't it look nicer than the other wheels? Really nice looking. Makes a difference. Well, I'll finish them all up. They're a bit higher too. It raised that Jeep up a bit. I like it. I really like it. Well, that's a bummer. Something I didn't notice. The lug nut's broken off flush with the bolt. It's broken off inside. I need to do some studying on how I'm going to fix that. I'm sure not the first person that's ever encountered this problem. So I've got to do some studying here. Figure that out. Not cool. I'm probably going to have to I don't know if I can take off the entire spindle assembly with the wheel attached or not. I've got to see. That is a problem. That slows me down for the day. Well, I did that tire you saw already. And I went ahead and did this tire as well. Really nice looking tires. Really make a difference on this Jeep. And I left the two back tires the same for now until I get that broken nut off. I'm not yet sure how I'm going to do that, so I'm researching on the internet how I'll get that nut out of there without damaging the rim or anything else, because it's pretty deeply recessed in there. Might have to cut off the rim and just wreck it. Might be my only option right now. It's not the prettiest rim in the world anyway, but still. Might be my only option. And then put a new stud in. But I want to give it some thought. Before lunch I actually went and set this up. It's just sitting together. I couldn't resist. Wanted to see what it looks like. But there's the luggage rack for the Jeep. And I'm going to put this together and put it up on the roof of the Jeep before sundown. And then I'm going to work on the snowblower lit a little bit, probably by the light of an LED later. Oh, hi everybody. Putting a rack in my Jeep. I've had the rack since back when I got the Jeep. Never took it out of the box till today. Of course, I didn't have my Jeep home all this time. But here it is. Putting it on. Tell me what you think. It's not the most rugged, most expensive rack in the world. I was not impressed that some of the parts are plastic that hold it together.
But it's a roof rack. I got it for both for appearance and for utility, because primarily this is going to be my bug out vehicle, as we discussed before, and trips and camping and vacations and whatever, once I get it in order. Got some work to do on it, of course, before I'm ready to take any trips across the country, but I think it's possible. Parts for the Jeep are cheap, really affordable, so I think a Jeep is a good investment. Now, I do have a lot of big plans for this, but that'll have to be in the summer. But I think a rack really adds to the appearance of a Jeep. Let's get a straight side-on view. Tell me what you think. It really adds to it. You can throw your tires up there and your extra gas cans and all kinds of stuff. And then on the reese hitch, eventually I'll have, once I fix the reese hitch, I'll have a rack on there as well. And I gotta touch up and repaint the top. I'm gonna repaint the whole Jeep, if you remember. It'll be a OD green with black. It'll be the color of the Jeep. And I'm gonna rubber undercoat the entire Jeep, and in the body wells and the fender panels and everything. And so it'll be a long ongoing project, but it's fun, and it'll be a good utility vehicle because the truck is gone.